All right, let's jump right in. We're talking about 2025, and you can feel it. The financial world has this buzz again. But there's a new force completely reshaping our economy, and it's not coming from the usual places. Nope. It's rising up from the digital world, and it's all about this incredible collision between crypto and traditional finance.
So just how big of a deal is this? Well, get this. In just the first half of 2025, the market for IPOs, initial public offerings, it surged by a massive 76% compared to last year. Now, this isn't just investors feeling a bit more optimistic. This is a sign that the very ground beneath the market is shifting.
But the real story here isn't just the number. It's what's actually driving it. If you look at this chart, two sectors are really punching above their weight. You've got AI-related companies making up almost 8% of the new IPO market, and right behind them, the crypto and Web3 economy is grabbing nearly 5%. Now, 5% might not sound like a huge number, but for an industry this new, it's a huge shift in where the market's attention is going.
To really get what's going on, we've got to connect the dots. So here's how we're going to break it down. We'll start with the boom itself, then we'll decode the tech that's making it all happen. After that, we'll look at a real-world strategy, explore this great convergence in finance, and finally, we'll ask the big question, what's next? Okay, so let's kick things off with that 2025 market boom. We need to get behind these big numbers to really understand this brand new economic landscape we're living in. And that brings us to the most important question of all. We can see the effect, this booming market, but what's the cause? What in the world is this Web3 economy, and how is it powerful enough to drive such a huge change? To answer that, we've got to decode the Web3 economy. And look, to cut through all the crazy jargon, we're going to use a really simple analogy that makes it all click. Just think of an engine, fuel, and a car. So it all starts with the blockchain. I want you to think of this as the engine. It's the core technology, this secure, transparent, decentralized ledger that gives power to everything else. The key here is that no single person or company owns it, and that's the big innovation. Now, if the blockchain is our engine, then the crypto economy, that's the fuel. This is the whole financial layer that's built right on top of that engine. It's all the digital stuff you've heard about, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, and this new world of decentralized finance, or DeFi. And that brings us to the Web3 economy. This is the car itself. It's the part that actually uses the engine and the fuel to go somewhere. We're talking about things like decentralized apps, the metaverse, new ways to own your own digital identity. It's the actual experience you and I interact with.
So here's the most important part, how it all fits together. The blockchain engine provides that secure power. The crypto fuel is what makes the system run, and the Web3 car is what delivers the final experience to us. Engine, fuel, car. Pretty simple when you put it that way, right?
Okay, so we've got the theory down. Engine, fuel, car. But what does this actually look like in the real world? Well, let's open up a playbook for building a crypto empire with a fascinating case study from one of tech's biggest names, Peter Thiel. This quote just perfectly sums up his whole approach. For Thiel, this is not a guessing game. It's not about betting on which coin goes up or down. His vision is so much bigger. It's about building the fundamental infrastructure, the roads, the bridges, the power grid of an entirely new financial world. And his investments show you exactly how he's doing it. He's backing Bullish, which is a public crypto exchange. He's into ETHZilla, a firm that manages digital assets, and he's in Bitmine, which handles crypto mining. See the pattern? This isn't just about spreading bets around, it's a deliberate strategy. By controlling pieces of the exchange, the treasury, and the mining, the goal is to own a slice of pretty much every transaction in this new economy. But Thiel, he's just one person in a much bigger story. His playbook is really just a small-scale version of this massive trend we're calling finance's great convergence, that incredible moment where the old money of Wall Street is finally meeting the new tech of Silicon Valley. And there are three huge forces making this happen right now. First, you've got institutional adoption. The approval of Bitcoin ETFs basically opened the floodgates for billions of dollars from the big players. Second, we're finally getting some regulatory clarity, as governments are setting clear rules for the road. And third, the tech itself has just gotten so much better. Blockchains are now way faster, cheaper, and easier to use. And all of this has led to this incredible collision of two worlds. On one side, you have the giants of traditional finance. We call it TradFi. Think BlackRock, JP Morgan. They bring insane amounts of money and huge customer bases. And on the other side, you've got the native innovators of DeFi, like Uniswap and Aave, who bring radical new ideas and total transparency.
So what happens when these two worlds collide? Well, that's the biggest takeaway here. We are watching the birth of a hybrid financial system, one that takes the stability and resources of the old world and combines it with the incredible speed and innovation of the new. This is the great convergence, live in action.
This hybrid system, it's a monumental shift. So the obvious question is, where do we go from here? What happens next? Because the future of this new economy is literally being built as we speak.
And there are three major trends you should keep an eye on. We're going to see the rise of central bank digital currencies as governments themselves get in the game. We're on the verge of the tokenization of everything, where physical things like real estate and art can be traded on the blockchain. And finally, we're going to see DeFi go mainstream, woven into the apps we use every single day.
So this new hybrid world is being built right now, one digital brick at a time. The real question isn't if it will change finance, but how it will. As the stability of old money finally merges with the raw speed of new tech, what part of our financial lives do you think will be reinvented first? The journey's just getting started.